Can you imagine if they remove their knees on our neck? We will be better than America. The day they remove their knee on the neck of African continent, Africa will be better than America, because we don't want to be like America. We cannot take America as a role model. We want a better continent, better than USA, better than China, better than Europe, better than Russia. They must all come and learn here how we respect one another. We don't want to be like Trump. Trump is going to win again, by the way, because he represents what that white boy represents there. The white supremacy, the white arrogance. That's how they feel. And when he says, let's make America great again, when he says America first, how different are you from Trump when you say South Africa first? No South Africa first. Africa first. Black people first. African people first. If we are going to lose election because of that, let us lose election for loving our continent, for loving our own people. Africans must know we will die next to them. Africans must know that we've got their back. They must never doubt us. In the EFF and in South Africa, it is just some few elements who are led by the ANC on anti-African program, but we will defeat them. And the day we take over this country, this will be a beautiful home for all Africans and the people of the world, because we want a country where we respect the human race and not color. That day is coming. That is the day the white man, the white woman in South Africa will realize they were wrong about the EFF, because we are not going to take from them and give to blacks. We are going to take from them and give to all. Why do you want to eat alone? We're taking your plate, white man, and not give it to a black person, but put it at the center of the table so that everyone can have access. We are not anti-white. We don't have to explain ourselves to white people. We owe them no explanation. We are fighting for the oppressed. And when you fight for the oppressed, it doesn't mean you hate other people. The oppressed are black people. There's only one house burning, and that's where we are paying attention. Don't divide our attention. Therefore, all of us, including the white minority, should be taking a stand. They benefited from apartheid for a very long time because they were fearing the unknown. They thought when a black man takes over government, is going to cut their throat. A black man took over government, they are still in charge. Why are you still scared? For what? We don't know violence. African people are not violent people. The imperialism is violent. Racism is violent. Capitalism is violent. They thrive on violence. They kill people in order to access diamond in DRC. They don't want a stable government. They want a violent government because they survive through violence. We never committed a white genocide, but they committed black genocide. We never killed children of white people. In 1976, they killed the children of black people. That's why they are always scared, because you can only be scared of something that you know. We don't know violence. We don't want violence. We never invaded anyone's land all over the world. You came here and come and trouble us, killed our ancestors, took our land by force. We never went anywhere. You have never heard of a history where they say Africa has invaded a country in Europe, but they always come here with violence. And when we respond to violence, they say we are violent. You can't respond to violence with roses. We cannot do that. If you want to fight, bring it on. You are ready. We will never provoke you. We will never cause any problem. But you must never think that when you bring violence to us, we will be scared like our ancestors. We are not our ancestors. We are a different generation. We are prepared to die for this continent. This is our continent. And there is no one. Gradually, slowly, we are taking what belongs to us. We want you to come to the party because you are most likely to lose everything if you don't come to the party. We are reclaiming this country and this continent. They must know that political freedom started in the north. Economic freedom will start in the south and will educate the whole of African continent. And one day, Africa will have one president, one currency, one parliament, one executive, one judiciary, one military. Why do you call Botswana a country? Or Swaziland? And you want Botswana to go and sit with America on the same table as equals. Botswana will never be equal to America. In terms of military power, in terms of the currency strength, in terms of the economy, in terms of political influence, in terms of size, Botswana can never be referred to as a country like America. The only way we can talk as equals with America and China and the East and Europe is when we become a country as Africa. So we can be equal to them and we can negotiate as equals. Swaziland claims to be a country with so few people in Swaziland, and it pretends that it can negotiate on its own with the colonizer, England. It's not possible. So that's why they don't want unity of black people, because once we are united as a country and as a continent, as one, we'll have the power to tell United Kingdom, return the stolen gold of Kimberley, return the stolen gold of Zimbabwe and the beautiful diamonds of Zimbabwe, because they steal from this continent, and that's what makes United Kingdom more powerful. The Black Lives Matter depend on the unity of Africa. You can't say Black Lives Matter and say we can't unite the continent. You are wasting your time. So fighters, let us preach the unity of the continent. Let us preach the respect for a black skin. When you find a black security guard, salute that person, because that person is carrying alone the lives of not less than 10 black people. When you see a domestic worker, salute. When you go into a garage and you pour petrol, never leave a petrol attendant without a tip I know you don't have money, but let us share the little we have. Whether you give him 10 rand, whether you give him 20 rand, give that petrol attendant a tip. Let's make it our culture to share with the needy, because black life matters. Let us go into the restaurant. When you eat there, whether the waiter is a Zimbabwean or a Congolese or a Nigerian, is it a black skin? Yes. Even when I don't have anything, I will leave the 10%, because I know that after giving you this money, you are going to the tax rank and you are going to give it to someone who's going back home to Zimbabwe to go and give African children that money to have food. Because it is not okay for children of Zimbabwe to sleep with an empty stomach. If it's not right for your child, it's not right for all black children. So let's support one another. Stop killing our brothers and sisters. Herman Mashaba should know that his campaign on South Africa first is very dangerous, and it will land him in a big trouble, because if he was to be trusted with a responsibility tomorrow, he will need this continent. No country can survive in Africa in isolation. These countries need each other for us to be respected. You saw what the Chinese did in China, in Guangzhou, where they were ill-treating our people. And when you wanted to make noise in South Africa, I said, they do so because they saw you in Cape Town dragging Africans out of the church and going to throw them at an open field. You can't say China is treating your people bad when you can't treat your own very well. I don't need a praising hashtag. Let me die with my truth, because the African leaders who died before us, they wanted exactly what we are asking for. We are following in the footsteps of those who came before us. If you are African, you know Orlinzi Labatba Tlogofetching Aletsili. Nkuruma wanted this. We must follow what he wanted. The unity of our people. We don't need American approval. We don't need white approval for us to unite as Africans. We need ourselves. These white people who are suffering from whiteness, they will only begin to respect you if the mind is liberated. Liberate the upstairs. Let us not spend too much time bashing white people. Let us spend too much time liberating the mind of an African child, because they are able to thrive because they've got the mind of Africans. Let's spend more time with our people. Stop spending too much time explaining yourself to white people. I used to attend press clubs, and I used to attend club dinner, going to address white people, and I realized, this is a waste of time. Let me go and talk to my people. Once my people have the attitude of the EFF, these ones will be forced to change their behavior, because you allow them. The way you walk, the way you behave yourself around them. Some of you even change the accent when they are around you, because you want to sound like a better black. Some of you, they've turned you into their pet. Every time at the workplace they tell you you are not like them and you believe that nonsense. You must ask them you refer to who? I'm not like my brothers and sisters. I am exactly like that. It's just that today I'm wearing a stiletto, but come and find me in the township, I'm like them. There's nothing different between me and my brothers. There is no clever black, there is no stupid black. All of us are clever. If we had received the same opportunities like them, we were going to be actually better than them. So stop behaving like you are clever than your own. Stop behaving like you want to abandon your own to please them. If anything, white South Africans who are saying they are with us, please start learning our languages. Stop telling us, I'm not like them, I'm not like them. We'll see you through action. If you're not like them and you're not racist, why didn't you go to the township since you were born? You are staying here in Pretoria and you claim not to be racist, but you don't know where Mamelodi is. Because you think you are better than Mamelodi. But we come to you every day. We come when work for you. How can we visit you all the time, but you never visit us? You will never visit us because you think less of us. Let more white people go to the township, go and experience our pain, go and see our misery, to understand our anger. We are very angry, and we make no apology about it. We don't have anything. We have no reason not to be angry. Come to the township. Come and see that when we want to go to the toilet, we engage in a tourist program because the toilet is there. We are touring to the toilet. Let's see if you will survive that life. Go to Diepsloot. Go to Peli here. It's not far. Just ask your worker, today I'm going to drop you at home. When your worker asks you, I cannot come this weekend, we've got rituals at home, I'm coming. Why are you not attending our events? If you are with us and you want to understand our culture and how we work, stop pretending white liberals. If you are with us, go to where we stay. There's nothing wrong taking some time off to come and appreciate what we're going through. Start learning our languages. We know your languages. We know your idioms. We know everything about you. You know nothing about us, not even to greet. A person has been your friend. Now I've got a white friend. I've got a white friend. This person has given big birth to children after children. He can't speak. Maybe it's because of apartheid. Fair enough. But what is the excuse of these children? Because worse, these children are now going to schools with our children. Why are they not developing an interest to learn our languages?